Okay, I watched The Wolfman from 2025 recently. Uh, I didn't know what to expect going into this because of all the really, really low scores on IMDb. Uh, I loved it. It was amazing. Uh, I almost never watch all of the making of little featurettes after the movie, but I immediately, after the movie was over, watched all of the making of little videos or whatever afterwards. It was amazing. I loved this movie. Uh, all practical effects. Uh, it was amazing. Seeing how they made it was also amazing. It's an Australian werewolf movie. Uh, and I loved that it wasn't the supernatural. They went a different take. It's more of a degenerative disease than like a fantasy curse or whatever. Uh, there were a handful of scenes in the movie that were super, super dark, and I'm really glad I waited uh, to watch the movie on 4K disc because I feel like this part, because I feel like if I had watched the movie streaming, I wouldn't have been able to see anything and I would have hated it. Uh, so I'm really glad I waited to watch it on 4K disc. Uh, no, it was amazing. The slow, painful transformation into the Wolfman, uh, slowly losing his mind and becoming an animal. It was amazing. All the actors did a great job. Uh, I'm I'm really upset that so many of the reviews on IMDb were bad. This was completely amazing. Maybe one of my favorite, well, definitely one of my favorite movies this year. Maybe my favorite movie this year, depending on when I get around to watching The Toxic Avenger and all that. Uh, but yes, all practical effects. It was wild to watch how they did some of this shit. Uh, Super, super amazing. I'm glad I got the 4K disc, uh, the Steelbook. It was super, totally, absolutely worth getting. Uh, I don't know if you can get the Steelbooks anymore, but maybe my favorite movie this year. So yeah, big, big thumbs up. I really love this one.